Welcome back. Does the secret of success lie hidden in your dreams? Our next guest believes it does. In her book, Dreams Do Come True, author and dream analyst Layne Dalfen helps readers discover all their dreams have to offer. And Layne Dalfen is here with us this morning to explain. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Our dreams, what do they mean? And what do they mean? They're trying to tell us something, aren't they?
Yes, and they always mean something, and they're absolutely not random, because we are problem solving in our dreams. And so at the first level, your dream is always either about something that you thought about yesterday or something that happened to you yesterday. And the same way as you will prioritize your desk when you get to work in the morning, your unconscious is going to prioritize as well. And so when you go to sleep at night, if you had 15 things or even 100 things happen to you during the day, your unconscious is going to choose the thing that bothered you the most. And all night, you're going to be dreaming different dreams, testing out different possible solutions to the issue that you're facing.
And if we listen to that, we can come up with our solutions.
You can propel your problem-solving skills, because you're going to solve your problem anyway. But if you can understand what it is you're trying to say to yourself, you absolutely propel the process.
Layne, we've heard about dreams, being naked in public, losing one's purse, being chased or flying, you know, and that all seems to mean the same thing to the same...
But it doesn't. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote the book, because although there's some similarities in the metaphors that we use, you always want to talk to the dreamer, and you always want to couch the dream in the life of the dreamer this week. So if you're flying, for example, which is a very common theme, I always want to ask the dreamer, well, how did you feel in the dream? Because maybe one person might be flying because he had a fight with his wife and he's trying to get away from it.
Fly the coop.
Yes. And maybe I'll have a dream that I'm flying tomorrow morning because I'll feel so exhilarated that this interview went so well.
Soaring.
Right, and so that's why, and then maybe someone else will have a dream that they're flying and suddenly they start falling. And you want to attach the dream to a specific current issue that's going on in your life.
So you say if we can't write down how you felt in the dream, if you can't remember the specific dream, because that subconscious does leave us as soon as we enter into consciousness.
It does.
But if you can remember the emotion, was your heart palpitating, were you happy, were you aroused, were you sad?
And then you forget about the dream, and you ask yourself, well, what's going on this week that's making me feel this way?
The same emotion.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's a mirror, and that's what you want to do, is first I help dreamers attach the dream to a current issue, and sometimes we get there by the feelings, and then once we've attached the dream to a current issue, we go back in the dream and look for the solution.
There's a story in your book of a guy who was dreaming of something, and he was going back and recounting the dream. He was, your second tip, saying the dream out loud.
Right.
I put my foot down and blah, 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 blah.
Right, or the woman who was dreaming about snakes all over the floor, and when she said the dream out loud, she said to me, there were snakes all over the floor, I couldn't put my foot down. And I said, why? Who are you having trouble putting your foot down with? And it was in relation to an issue that she was having with her husband.
It could be just that
so
simple.
You want to, yeah, because we use puns and play on words in our dreams the same way as we do in our waking life. I just had a gentleman just this morning talk to me about a polar bear, and it was because he was running after trying to help his son in a case of a polar bear being there, and it turned out to be because a friend of his is going through having a difficult time bearing under something, and he wants to be there for her.
All right, it's identifying the symbols in your dream. I can't let you go without asking about this dream I have.
Okay, good.
I get bubble gum stuck in my mouth, and I have to do the news. I have to be on camera, and I'm trying to pull these wads of gum out of my mouth so I can talk.
Excellent.
It's distressing.
And so, and as I say, Roxanne, you always want to look at the dream during the week that you have it so that you can figure out what it is. But very often, things about gum in the mouth or things around the mouth would have to do with something that you need to come out with. And certainly, and you're having trouble coming out with it. You can't find your words, or maybe there's someone you want to say something to.
You are good.
And you can't come out with it. And you know, I already have the answer to that dream, by the way.
What?
The answer to that issue is you look at the situation in the dream, and it's the news, and you have to give the news, don't you?
Right.
And that's the answer to the dream. When you have that dream, obviously, and you use the news as a metaphor, then you know that whatever that thing is that you're having trouble with, it does need to come out.
And it may not be good news, it's maybe difficult news.
But it still has to come out the same way as you would deliver the news here.
You're good.
Well,
Layne
thank
Dalfen,
you.
thank you so much for stopping by. I wish we had more time, but you can find Layne Dalfen's book. It's called Dreams Do Come True, Decoding Dreams to Discover Your Full Potential. There it is, and it's in bookstores everywhere.